when Wimmer came to this country with those young men that came with him, and all that he could promise them was the cross, they did not come with wild ideas about what would be created. They came with that spirit and deep faith in the Lord, and we know when we trust in the Lord, great things happen. And so today we celebrate really 162 years of that establishment of the Benedictine life here in the United States and here at Saint Vincent Archabbey.
We're called to conform our lives to Jesus Christ, and the total conformity to his life is that of his crucifixion. So the monastic journey is one of sacrifice.
That's what it means, I think, to be a successful monk, is to realize more and more that it is in our Lord that we find our joy. It is in our Lord that we find everything that we're seeking.
In a monastery, the monk should not pursue what is advantageous to him, but what is good for another. It's a school of unselfishness, of other-directedness, rather than always being occupied with what I like, what I would like, what are my ambitions, etc. It's simply serving the common good.
The first visit that I came out to Saint Vincent, I had the experience of awe. The amount of men that are in the community and the amount of work that's done, from everything from teaching in a college to parish ministry, hospital ministry, and taking it all in was pretty overpowering at times. And but the one thing I did leave St. Vincent knowing was the fact of the amount of work that is being done here to take care of the children of God.
Why do you wear the habit? Why do you dress like that? Why do you get up and pray at those hours of the day? It's my way of conforming my life to Jesus Christ, and in the eyes of the world, and in my own estimation, that can be a cross at times.
There should be no time that I'm not able to offer to God. And as long as I'm living within, my vows and within the right order of things, yeah, it's all part of what I'm offering to Him.
From the very beginning, Wimmer put his heart and soul into establishing a wonderful educational program here at St. Vincent. And we know that from the investment that he made in that, we can see that graduates of St. Vincent College have gone on throughout this country and throughout this world today to make a great difference in so many different areas of life in this world.
Naturally, all of us who are members of the Benedictine community share a deep interest in the college, because in educating young people in the Catholic faith and in giving them a good liberal arts education in general, I think we are living up to one of those challenges that Boniface Wimmer put forth a century and a half ago to help the Catholic population of the United States to move forward in their own vocations, wherever that may take them. And education, particularly college education, is a critical part of that project.
Beyond the classroom, it means that our relationships with the students are much less like faculty-student, but more like colleagues, almost. I could say that I've become good friends with a lot of my students. I've stayed in touch with several of them after they've graduated. And I've had students stop by my office just to say hello, or shoot the breeze, or continue a discussion that started in class, and they feel free to do that. And I think that's true across St. Vincent, and I think the monastic charism of hospitality has a lot to do with that. Even the lay faculty have said that they feel this teaching here, that there is a very special atmosphere about St. Vincent that they really value, and this is the way they describe it, as a sense of community, a sense of really belonging, a sense of this not just being an academic community, but a community. St. Benedict said in his rule, greet all guests as Christ, welcome all guests as if they were Christ. And in our case, the students are more than guests. But I think this attitude comes from the monks, and I think it affects everything about the school. And that's very, very valuable. I think St. Vincent is a very personal place where it's a very spiritual place, and that spiritual dimension, I'm sure, has a great effect on this.